Okay, that took way longer than I thought it would. But here we go. We now... I bought more than I needed to. That's fine. We want to grab both the 1000 GP, so we get the Guild Plus materia, which we will absolutely end up using. And we got the EXP Plus materia. Now, we could buy extras of those if we wanted to, or we could just do the thing that we do with materia normally. So let's arrange those real quick. And just make copies of them by upgrading them, which is probably what I'm going to do. I may end up making multiple copies of some of them, just because, I mean, they're both really, really useful, to be perfectly honest. Wow, it's a lot of AP to get them to the next level, but still useful, still very, very useful. Okay, it'd be useful to have all of our characters with one on them. Anyways, now we want to head back to the farm. Finally, we want to breed some chocobo. We're gonna breed them right there. You know, however that goes. That was weird. Anyway, let's go back down. And I guess at this point, should I just meet you guys at the farm? It's fine. It'll take us 2 seconds to get there. Alright. So we want to go down and out. And leave Coral. And let's get in our ship. The lovely music that's in here, and not anything like the horrific music on the world map. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the world map music after all this, because it's just a low drone all the time, and it's, yeah, I get it's supposed to be foreboding, but I miss the original world map music. I really do. It's sad. Anyway, oh, actually, before we do any of this, we should probably save, because we've done a lot. Okay, put a save here. Because we're going up on a point where, again, we might have to reset things. So, Chocobo Billy, let's mate these chocobos. Talk to the two you'd like and make the decision. So we want this one and this one. Yep. Which nut are we going to give? Well, that nut's for them to decide, let me tell you. But we want to give them the carob nut. Yes. All right. And they mate together. They'll be all happy, and we got a new chocobo. And it is a blue chocobo. Look at that. So it is a male chocobo. Okay, so what we want to do is go M. And then we'll do blue. Yay! And now we have a blue chocobo. Look at this beauty. Cool. Okay. So now we want to go outside and save. Of course, like always. And I think you all are gonna see where this is going. So we have a male blue chocobo. We're going to mate them again because there's a possibility of us getting a different type of chocobo from the same two that we already have. And hopefully it works exactly like we want them to. We're going to mate them. Oh. That just made it, or those... Okay, yeah, never mind. So now we have to go and do 3 to 10 battles. It's somewhat random, but that's fine. We're just going to go outside. And actually... I could use this time to do some sneaky, we could do some sneaky leveling. Let's replace, sure, the HP plus materia, I guess. Where was that flash? We use this time to, get a whole bunch of extra kills for Vincent. So, I'm gonna come back once we've gotten a whole bunch of murders done. And, we will mate our chocobos again. By the way, my plan here is to land right here next to this forest. And this is probably the easiest way to get kills with Vincent. Because a bunch of these guys spawn. Remember, I was using these guys for kills. And then we just switched to Vincent, used Flash. And I think these things are not immune to instant death. I don't really care about the other party members. They can die for all I care. It doesn't really matter. Because I'm not necessarily worried about XP or AP or anything right here. Oh my god, really? But yeah, instant death to all of them. Beautiful. So we're going to do that over and over and over again. Until Vincent's just, you know, swole. And until we're ready for more Chocobo. So, be back in a second. Okay, Billy is now ready to let these two get it on again. So we're going to choose the female and the male that we did. And if we're real lucky, we'll get something good. So we want to use the carob nut again. And if it doesn't work, we're just going to have to reset the game. So they're going to mate. And we are looking for a female green chocobo. Oh, nope. We got ourselves another blue. I mean, it is female, but it's blue. So it's not what we wanted. See, since we have two of the same type of chocobo, and blue, yeah. Right, these are blue. And they're both blue, right? Yeah, the green is like green. I remember that. Okay, so we're going to have to reset the game. I'm going to come back, and as soon as we get a different type of chocobo, then I will bring us back, because we are looking for a green chocobo this time. A female green chocobo. So not only do we have to worry about getting different color, we want a different variety as well. Alright, got a green female chocobo. So, of course, we're going to give it a name. So this is going to be a female. And we can't fit the whole word green in here, but we can just do green. There we go. Fantastic. And if you haven't guessed what's about to happen, now we feed them greens. So let's go ahead and feed some of these Silkus greens. Because we want them to grow up big and strong. So the blue gets about 10 greens. Bam. Okay. And let's do the same for the green. Nope. Wrong one. Oops. By the way, if you're having trouble with actually getting them to, like, if you keep getting the same chocobo over and over again, feeding a chocobo greens, like, resets the RNG counter by a little bit. So you can, you know, if you keep getting, like, say, a green male, just, like, feed your chocobo, like, twice, any type of greens at all, and you'll reset the RNG a little bit. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to feed our green chocobo as well. Yeah, this will make them real good at this. Okay, and then we're going to leave out. Okay, so if you haven't guessed, we are going to go and win a whole bunch of times at the gold saucer with them again. Of course, obviously, what else would we do? Now, we're going to do it a little bit longer this time. We're not going to get them to rank B, we're actually going to get them to rank A each. And this will help us get to the next tier. So I'll get back to you guys when they're both rank A. I think we know how this is going to go. Pretty much the same way as before. Maybe I'll show you guys if there's anything new from rank A stuff, but let's be honest, there really isn't. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we've done some racing, and now our chocobos are nice and big and strong, and so we're going to mate them, rather. So if we go down to mating... What? Alright, well, I guess I'll just have to real quick. Because I guess the game doesn't update the timer. Oh, that's annoying. So you have to fight a few battles before you come and even mate for the next chocobo. So I guess we'll be right back. Okay, now that we're ready to mate the 2 chocobos, we of course take our... Really? Oh my god. It wasn't just born. I hate you, Billy. Alright, never mind. There we go. So we choose the green, and we choose our blue, and we want to give them our last carob nut. And so we wait for them to mate, and we get a black chocobo. It's a male. Okay, that's important to remember. So, male, and we're gonna call it black. Look at them. Starting to fill up. Now, we only get 6 stables. We can actually go and do the next thing. So, we want to go out and get another chocobo. The way that we get the final chocobo is that we mate our black chocobo with a wonderful chocobo. Now, wonderful chocobos only appear in one area. And thankfully, because we're cheaters and we're looking this up, we know exactly where the black or the wonderful chocobo is. So let's go ahead and save because we definitely want to, and that's a male. Good to remember. Okay. So, we want to go all the way to the north. Now, this is a fairly rare encounter that we're going to be looking for. It's very, very rare, actually. But that makes sense, because it's going to end up being the best possible chocobo. So we're looking for tracks in the icicle area. And I do not remember where they are offhand. Here they are. Oh, right, you can't even land there. So we have to land here and walk over. Thankfully, they put like a little patch of grass somewhere nearby. God, because that would have been annoying otherwise. So let's see if we can find it. First try? No, it's not. So we don't want the ones with the puppers. Not what we're looking for. By the way, that's what Flash does. I don't know if I've shown it yet, but I want to. And the chocobo gets angry and just runs away. I found that you can never actually catch a chocobo with Flash, so Flash actually helps out with this whole idea of what we're trying to do here. That's kind of nice. Anyways, I'm going to skip ahead to when we actually find the encounter that we're looking for. Wish me luck. Alright, this is the one that we've been looking for this whole time. Oh lord, I'm going to lose the chocobo. Come on. No! Alright, well, finally, I get to at least show you guys. Bunnies! You're looking for bunnies. Just the chocobo with the bunny. And I just totally blanked and didn't use the green fast enough. So I'm going to take out my frustrations by delivering them to... Oh my lord, what? Delivering them to their maker, I guess. Anyways, we're looking for bunnies. I'll come back when I find more bunnies. Alright, I think we're about to get it. The chocobo is eating, killed the bunny, and we got the chocobo. Bam. 1 bunny also works. 2 bunnies is another possible combination for you, but either way, you just want it with the bunnies. And then we're gonna get off and very carefully send it back to the stables. There we go. So, now we can head all the way back to our stables at the farm. And guys, we're almost there. We only have a couple more steps left to get to the grand ending of our chocobo little journey. And after that, like I said, there's just going to be like a ton of grinding before I'm able to get back and do more episodes. So anyways, there it is. Look at it. All right, before I actually send it, what are we looking for? We're looking for a female, right? Or a male? What do we want? Male. Okay, so we want a female chocobo. Again, the gender of it is not actually determined until you go and talk to Billy about moving it, so let's do a little save right there. Can't talk to it or anything, but let's go ahead and do this. So, moving chocobos. I mean, there's only one. It's a wonderful chocobo. That's the one we want. And is it a male? No. Alright, we just put it in. And we're gonna have to keep restarting until we make sure that we get a wonderful chocobo, so I will be right back as soon as we make sure that we get a female in there. Well, look at that, I got lucky with the 50-50 split. So restarted once, female chocobo. Let's give it a name. So we want to call this F. And I'm just gonna call it Wand. Bam, look at that. And we have a full 6 stables. Why we don't get to use these extra 4 stables at the end, I'm not entirely sure. There's no, like, reason they even specifically tell you that they're not holding chocobos for anybody else. Like, I'd love to be able to just take out all the stables, but you can only rent 6. So, unfortunately, that means we're gonna have to get rid of some chocobos. So, let's go ahead and release some. Or really just... yeah, I'm gonna release both of them. Definitely getting rid of that female first because it just didn't listen to me and used all of its sprinting speed. How annoying, right? And you know what? Let's go ahead and release the other one because we really don't need a whole bunch of yellow chocobos. There's no reason to keep it, to be perfectly honest. Alright. And all that we're left with are these 4. So we've got a black chocobo, a wonderful chocobo, a green chocobo, and a blue chocobo. Now, we want to obviously go to the final stage, which is a gold chocobo. But first, we're going to have to do the very, very common thing. We're going to have to feed chocobos. So we want to go down to our amazing Silkus greens. And we want to go over to our... Did I already feed you? I don't think I fed you already. Oh, it doesn't matter. We have a ton of greens, so... We want to give 10 to... Wait. Actually, it does matter a little bit, only because I don't remember how many we have. Oh, Lord. Oh, I could just talk to Billy. Duh. I didn't even pay attention to the number. Okay, so 69. Ooh, right. Yeah, okay, we're good. So we want to go over to our black chocobo. And we want to give it 10 greens. This will be really good for raising its stats. And we want to do this one more time for our wonderful chocobo. If you can't tell, you pretty much have to do this for each of the chocobo because they really do need the extra help. Wonderful chocobo. Let's go ahead and give it 10. Bam. Okay. And now, like before, we're going to go ahead and go to the gold saucer, and we want to raise them to Class A. So I will be back here once we've done that. Okay, so we have finally gotten both our black and our wonderful chocobo to Class A. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's save before we do this, because there is a possibility that it won't work. It's very, very high probability for us, but, you know, just in case. I mean, hey, maybe the game will crash. Never hurts to save. Let that be a life lesson. Never hurts to save. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So, we want to mate our chocobos. Okay, so we want this one, the wonderful chocobo, and the black wait, hold on. Okay, I remembered something. When you're mating chocobos, for this last step, always choose the black one first. For whatever reason, like, there's a little bug where if you choose the yellow, or the regular one, I call it yellow chocobos, but they're regular, they won't actually ever produce a gold. It's kind of weird. So you need to choose the black first. So we want these two. And we want to give them the Zio nut? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Anyways, we want to give them that one. And hopefully... Oh, well, the achievement kind of spoiled it for us. But yes, indeed. For that, we got the gold chocobo. Oh, it's a female chocobo. Lovely. And we're just gonna call it gold. Because we're good at this. But yeah, now we finally have the gold chocobo, which looks almost the same as a regular chocobo, just slightly more saturated. But anyways, before we move on, we want to feed that chocobo the rest of our greens, because again, we don't really need the greens for anything else in the game. So there's no reason not to do it. Go all the way over to gold and just keep going. I wish there was an easier way, but you have to like press up as many times as you have them. We have 49 left. Yep. Get fat, Goldie. Now, there is like a point where they don't really raise the chocobo's stats anymore, so it won't help past a certain point, but there, again, like I said, there's no reason to keep the greens anymore. They just take up space in our inventory, really. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna feed the chocobo all of our greens, because again, we don't need any of them. We don't need the Curial, don't need Gisal, don't need anything else. I'm gonna end up keeping all of our other chocobo, not because they're useful at all. Yeah, see, no improvement. Once we've given our chocobo that many, it's sort of a moot point, but again, don't really need the items. They just sort of take up space in our inventory. Why not, right? I'm excited. Just gonna give it food. It's like when you spoil a pet, right? There we go. So before we go and take this chocobo to the gold saucer and race it, we want to ride a chocobo. Because there's some interesting extra things that we can do with a gold chocobo. Now I can explain this a little bit better now. We have our gold. Giddy up. And now we can ride it. We can store our chocobo into the high wind. If you click, or rather press the OK button on the high wind, you will actually ride. But to be perfectly... Oh, god damn it. I did a dumb. I ran into the thing. Oops. Let me get back on the gold. To be perfectly honest, you don't really need the high wind anymore. This gold chocobo changes things. Now, to be fair, the high wind is a lot faster, but let me show you what the gold chocobo can do. First of all, it can go through shallow water. It can go through deep water. It can go up mountains. That's right, it does not care. It can go through every single piece of terrain. Now, it's not the only chocobo that can do that. The green chocobo can go over mountains like this. The blue chocobo can go through shallow water. And the black chocobo, I believe, can go through the... It can go through deep water, but not over mountains. Either that, or it just combines the shallow water and the deep water. But we now have this gold chocobo, which means we can get to certain areas that we could not have gotten to before. We can even go through these little river areas. We could go visit the Mithril Man if we want. All sorts of fun stuff unlocked for us. But we are looking for a few specific things. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the high wind, and I'm going to put the chocobo inside of it, and we're going to go to those areas, because honestly, it's a lot easier to find and get to the areas from your high wind than just doing this. So, we press OK on the high wind, I believe. Our chocobo comes with us, and let's find it. Now, there are 4 secret caves in the game that you can only access by chocobo. You can't even access it with the high wind. It's just not possible. I believe all of them are on the other side of the continent. We've actually seen one of them. Because the first one is over here. Yeah, this little deserty area where you can't actually land with anything. So if we go over here, enter... Do we press OK on it? How do we enter in here? Okay, yeah, there's like a little area you can get into. Look at this. Crystallizes in materia. HP-MP swap. It's an interesting piece of materia. Used for some of the more inventive things. Where is it? Oh, it's probably going to be at the very bottom. Literally swaps your HP and MP, meaning that you can have thousands of MP and you'll only have 999 HP total. Now, this is a little dangerous for your character levels, for your characters, but it is useful for certain things because let's say you have a MP or a loop going on with your abilities, and like you're casting summons over and over and over. You're gonna need a lot more MP than you have, so that's a whole thing, and you can actually do that. All right, so there's one cave. God, I can't remember where all of them are. Well, I know where one of them is for sure, but where the others are, I think there's one near the ancient temple actually, or where the ancient temple used to be rather. This is why I like taking the high wind, because like I don't remember where they are. There's none here, right? No. There totally is one that's like on the other side of a mountain range though. Any down here? Any here? Oh, there's Cosmo Canyon. Not where we want to be looking, but if we keep going this way... Ganaga. Here's all this. Down here? Am I remembering this right? Like on one of these islands or something? Chocobo tracks here. There's coral. Oh, wait. I think there is one here. Hold on. Yep, one all the way at the end of this long bridge. And of course, you can't get to it any other way but Chocobo. Look at this land bridge. We go all the way to the end, get off the Chocobo and go inside. Sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere. Quadra magic. This comes into play with that previous thing that I was mentioning. Quadra magic lets you cast paired magic 4 times. So you can cast Ultima 4 times in a round. Obviously, you're going to want more MP if you're doing that, right? Yeah. You can start to see where all this comes into play. All these are very, very, very powerful magics. Okay. Now the next one, I believe, is on the Ice Continent area. Let's go there. And then I know where the last one is. I'm saving that for absolute last. Let's see. I think we even saw it. Is it like... Nope, it's not here. Where is it? There's the Sage's hut. It's gotta be somewhere around here. You know what I've never done? I've never tried taking a Chocobo to the crater. I wonder what happens. I mean, well, I guess you probably can't go into it. Where is this cave? I'm always horrible with this, like finding it afterwards. Is it down here? Or is it on another island? It might be on an island and not on the main area. I could have sworn it was around here, though. Oh, wait. Is that it? No, that's where you come out of going through Bone Village. Okay. Alright, then we're looking in the wrong place. Is it on these islands? Nope, that's where that is. Where the hell is this next one? Oh boy. Well, this is why we have a thing here. Oh no, it is back this way. This is why I have a walkthrough open. I just totally went right past it. So in the middle of this area. Is it north? No. Where is... I feel like we even saw it earlier. It's gotta be somewhere around here. Oh, wait. Where is this chocobo? Where is this thing? It's somewhere unreachable by the high wind, obviously. Alright, well, let's get off the high wind then, because we know it's here somewhere. It'll be easier to find if we just take our chocobo. So it's on the east coast? Wait, it's not in these islands, is it? No, because there's green all over this. You can get onto that. And that connects to the mainland anyway. So it's somewhere over here. Come on. Where is it? Is it here? I guess this is the idea, like you go up here? Nope, because that connects to the land bridges that you can always get to. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Little jutting out area. And if we go into here, there's another materia. You get the mime materia, which is extremely powerful. It's like, honestly, ridiculous. The mime materia equips the mime command. The mime command basically copies whatever happened last by one of your characters. And I mean whatever, including limit breaks. Yeah. You can basically copy a limit break over and over and over and over without having the limit gauge up. This definitely breaks a couple of things in the game. So, and then like imagine pairing mime with like counterattack. So every time you get hit, you use a mimed ability and it just goes over and over and over and it's a little insane. Anyways, we want to go over to Goblin Island now because we're going to go to the last one. And it's just a little bit easier to reach it if we start over here. So we want to get off on this island. Can we land? Thank you. And from here, we want to head north. There it is. So there's an island that's not actually on the map anywhere. Right over here. A little forest here. So you can't land here. But if we head inside, it's a red materia this time. Knights of the Round. And we get ourselves another achievement. What is this island even called? Round Island. Herd. I wonder if there's like really powerful enemies here. I'm very curious. I don't think I've ever even tried like fighting anything that's over here. What is in this forest area? If it even has enemies, there might not actually be enemies that spawn in this area for all I know. It might just be completely safe. Oh, no, there are definitely enemies here. What does it have? Just more goblins? Really? I would have thought that there would be something dangerous here. But I guess not. Alright. Well, that makes it easy. So I'm sure you all know what Knights of the Round is. It is the most powerful summon. It basically, unlike every other summon, it hits multiple times. So Knights of the Round can end up doing 9,999 damage 11 times, or 12 times, sorry, because there's the Knights of the Round table. That's what it is. So it's very, very powerful, and we definitely want to get that to the highest level. So now, at this point, all we really need to do is level up our characters. So we go back to the Northern Crater. In the next episode, we'll be doing the last thing before the end of the game. I'm going to go to the battle arena, getting all of that. And once we're done with the battle arena, we fight the 2 remaining weapons. There is one in the desert here. You can see it popping out. And there is one in the water that was floating around, and I'm terrified of it. In fact, let me just show you real quick what this thing is, because it's... Oh my god, hold on. Because it's terrifying how powerful it is. There we go. I'm not equipped for it at all, and I'm not even going to try to be equipped for it in this moment. What? Let me just give you a preview of why we need to level our characters up as much as possible, because these things are just redonkulous. Yep, there was thousands of damage immediately. 0 damage from Cloud's attack. And it's going to... Oh, just get rid of Vincent completely. Yeah, that's a thing it can do. So, that happens. Let's see Vincent's limit break go off. Oh, 0 damage over and over again. Wow, that's impressive. Goddamn. All right, well, that happens. And then it's going to do another whirl sand. And just get rid of Sid, of course, because, you know, why would you ever want Sid in the battle? And then once it's only Cloud all alone, it's going to stick its fingers in the ground, going to put out 2 tentacles behind it. And even though we're going to use Terra Flare, it's not going to do that much damage. I believe this thing has over 100,000 HP as well. Or, actually, no, does it have more? I'm sure it has even more than that. I just want to show off how much damage Terra Flare ends up doing. Spoiler alert, it won't be a lot, because this thing has an extremely high defense stat. Like, you are lucky to do damage to it. High defense stat. As we saw with Cloud's 0 damage attacks. I'm fully expecting to lose this fight, by the way. Like, there's no way Cloud's just gonna win randomly on a whim. Although if that does happen, I will legitimately laugh my head off, because it won't. There we go. Did damage do it? Ooh, 9,489. Not bad, Cloud. Not bad. Oh, and then Cloud gets turned into a toad and 4,000 damage is done to him. Oh, and then 100. Well, we can't do anything but regular attacks right now. Oh, that one's taking out our MP. Oh, yeah. Ruby Flame. Oh, no. That does a lot. Yeah, and then we're dead. Yeah. The weapons are powerful. But don't worry. There are some ways to fight against the weapons, obviously. That's why I said I will be following what everybody else has done for this. And not doing my own. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on. No, there's still stuff I want to do in this episode. Oh, I'm a dummy. Because I wanted to show off what you could do with the gold chocobo at the gold saucer and how, like, amazing it is at racing. So, okay, never mind. We're not done the episode yet. Still got some stuff we can do. Duh, I'm a dummy. Honestly, it's... all the races just become a joke after you get a gold chocobo. That being said, they also are kind of a joke once you get a black chocobo, because, I mean, the black chocobo is just really, really good at racing. And you can actually see this because there's an opponent which has a black chocobo, and they are just insane. You will not beat them unless you are lucky or you have a gold or a black chocobo yourself, because they just don't. They don't let you win. But let's go through the ranks with our gold chocobo, because it is genuinely impressive. Let me register, and we're going to take our gold. Of course, we have to start in C rank, which is annoying. I'm just going to leave it on automatic because there's nothing I need to worry about. I mean, look how fast this thing is. Just miles ahead of everything else already. That's its normal speed, by the way. Its stats are maxed out. It also has a ridiculous amount of stamina, so like running fast just doesn't matter to it. Boosting obviously will still take its stamina down, but yeah, I mean, look at that. God, look at how fast it is. Oh my lord. That look at where the other chocobos are in the race. This is probably the most annoying part about leveling up your gold chocobo in the gold saucer, because you have to wait for all of the other players to catch up to you. You can't, like, I can press any button I want, it will not let me continue onward, even though I've won in first place. I don't know why it does that. I guess the game, like, has to go through to see at least second place, because this and the betting thing are essentially the same, like, the same core stuff. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Anyways, I'm going to skip ahead to when we get the chocobo into the last stages of A rank so that we can skip over into S rank, where most of the interesting stuff will start happening. So see you there. So I thought I'd mention this. The black chocobo has spawned. It's pretty rare in a lot of cases, but you can see how quick the black chocobo can get. And I mean, like, legitimately, the black chocobo is fast. It's sometimes even hard to beat him with a gold chocobo. But you can absolutely do it. I generally go into manual whenever the black chocobo spawns. It's driven by, or rather ridden by, the jockey Joe. Woo! An actually difficult opponent. Joe is really weird. I don't know if you caught that, but at the very beginning, the black chocobo always sort of like spawns immediately behind you when you actually start racing. He can spawn anywhere from B class up, and it's kind of annoying in B class, especially with the earlier chocobos when you're trying to get through, because he will absolutely demolish everything but a black or gold chocobo. And even now, like, that was pretty intense from Joe. In any case, God, this screen. I don't know why it says Tei. Oh, because I think that's the name of the actual chocobo. Anyways, we won! And I think we got something very interesting. We want the item there. No, we don't. Well, we're first. We don't have any more rivals in the A rank. The rank that full of those chocobos. S rank. Joe's usually in that group too. Yeah, so Joe is in the S rank group a lot. and that becomes a lot harder. So we got the sprint shoes, automatically puts you in haste. We're going to start seeing a lot of very interesting items that start coming up. Oh lord, we're gonna need to fix some of these. There we go. I think I used those the most, to be perfectly honest. And then Phoenix down in third. Okay. So, we're gonna try and do this. So, once you get to S rank, you can get some very unique items. I'm gonna try and stop when the unique items pop up and we actually win them. Also, if you win 10 times in a row while in S rank, you get all of the special items that can possibly come from S rank. They will just be given to you as a gift. So let's go ahead and try and do this. It is actually fairly difficult in S rank, but let's try it. I guess also let's show off the long course for once. Oh wow, I can't believe it's happening. Okay, so this is also a really rare occurrence where or maybe it only just happens in S rank because it hasn't happened the whole time before, but Sid or Tifa will sometimes ask if they can ride the Chocobo. So this is going to be a unique little thing. The only gift we care about is sprint shoes, but we already have it as well, so... Yeah, so just take a look. Our top speed is around 146 kilometers an hour. Stamina is at 999, which is the top level for that. Yeah. I don't know why it shows us our guild there. And there's Joe. He's going to spawn in right in front of us, too. Yeah, all of the Chocobo here are impressive. We definitely want to speed up as much as possible. Even Joe sometimes does not win against these Chocobo. Oh my lord. Oh, okay, the gold is going. Yeah, here's the long course. We are sort of, we are speeding ahead here. We are using a lot of stamina. But also Joe is like immediately behind us. The best way to win against Joe, by the way, is just to sort of try and stay in front of him. He'll do this weird thing where he like drafts behind you and then tries to pass you. Oh, you dick. Why are you doing that? Oh, there's the finish line. Oh. Okay, so the finish line happens a lot sooner here. I didn't realize that. All right, anyways. What do we win? Sprint shoes. Yay. But we actually don't care about that. We want GP. And the GP levels at this point are huge. 500 GP for one thing. This becomes much more lucrative than just trying to buy GP from the dude who spawns in front of the gold saucer. Much more lucrative. Especially because a lot of the times you could just win instantly. We're going to go back to those short courses. Oh wow, Sid's just going to ask every time, huh? Maybe I should go and, oh, Cat's Bell and a Precious Watch. Ooh. Joe's always in here. Look at that. Look at Joe spawning immediately behind us. What a dick. We definitely want to speed up. We don't necessarily want to sprint our way through, because that doesn't help us as much. But we definitely want to keep our Chocobo fast. And manual mode helps for sure as well. I don't really tend to take the long routes because I think they generally spawn much more competent Chocobo there. And honestly, it's just easier to win this way and a lot shorter. Thankfully, the S-rank races are over very quickly. What do we get? We want the Precious Watch. Okay, well, we'll take a Cat's Bell. Item, please. Thank you. What does the Cat's Bell do? It's all the way at the bottom. Okay. Cat's Bell. Restores HP as you walk. Okay, so not super useful for us, but it's definitely interesting. I mean, I guess I could equip that. I don't think I ever would, though. Yeah, anyway. Back onto the gold. So I'm gonna skip ahead to prizes, and hopefully we win 10 in a row. It is gonna be a little difficult because Joe's... Oh my god, Sid. No. Not today. Swift Bolt, Sprint Shoes. Yeah, I don't think we care about anything here. Oh my god, Joe's not in this one. Alright, well. Then this S-class is just gonna be a breeze. Yeah, so, skipping ahead. Maybe I'll skip ahead to getting Tifa in here as well, because that's always interesting to see. There we go. Sometimes Tifa will also ask to ride the chocobo. So we let her, and of course, all it does is change the skin. It doesn't really change anything else. It is kind of interesting to see Tifa, you know, on a chocobo, though. Given that was like one of the main party members. I wonder why they only did Sid and Tifa. By the way, if you have both in your party, Tifa will supersede Sid. So Tifa will always be the one riding. Just so you know, if you're like wanting to see either of them in the rankings. I don't actually know why none of the other characters can ride on a chocobo. I guess Vincent is an optional character, so they didn't put him in. Yuffie is an optional character. And then Barrett, Kate Sith, and Red all have different models that can't really do this. So it sort of does make sense to me why they're the only two that are able. I almost wonder if, like, Aerith would have been a possibility once upon a time. I guess she wears a skirt, so they wouldn't have wanted to break up the skirt model. Well, in any case, gotta keep going until we get that special prize. Ooh, we got an interesting little prize here. This is one of the few times we're going to take the item. We got the enemy away materia, which honestly I wish I had for most of this playthrough, but fuck me, right? So the enemy away materia, if we go all the way down to it, decreases the encounter rate, and you can level it up and it'll decrease the encounter rate even more. It would have made my life so much easier, but no, I don't get to any of the fun things until the very end of the game. Okay, so technically you can do this earlier in the game. I think you can even do it in Disc 2, all the chocobo racing stuff, but like, man, winning S-rank stuff with a normal chocobo is just absurdity. Like, God, I can't even think about how annoying that would be to do. I mean, I guess you could even do most of the chocobo side quest at that point, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on. I'll skip ahead to when anything else interesting happens. Yeah, so even if you're real good at the racing, Joe can sometimes still surpass you. His sprint speed is absurd, and it's always faster than your sprint, so you just need a good lead ahead of him. God damn it, I need to do all those races over again. Yay! Ugh. Oh, wow. There we go. Winningest jockey in S-rank ever since Joe. Oh, okay. Never mind. Apparently it's just 10 wins, not 10 wins in a row. Precious Watch, Cat's Bell, Choco Bracelet, Counterattack Materia. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Oh, we didn't get the other materia that could possibly come from here. Let me show you real quick the items that we do get. A gorgeous watch. Cat's Bell, we have 2 of those now. Why don't Precious Watch and Choco Bracelet show what they do? So, Precious Watch has a ton of slots and no defense, and the Choco Bracelet is just a normal piece of equipment. I don't even know why it's available. It's not really that interesting. I'm gonna keep racing until I get another materia that can pop up, which is a little weird that I actually haven't seen it yet, but I may do that off screen. Because, I mean, we're generally done. Yeah, it's going to take a while for it to show up anyway. So, yeah. But, at this point, I get to do the outro. So, thank you all for watching. This has probably been a few episodes of Chocobo stuff. I've recorded over, like, 6 hours at this point, just doing the Chocobo stuff. And normally I don't know how much I've recorded ahead of time, but I actually have, like, the timer going, and I've had it like continuous during the entire time I've recorded, so for once I actually know. It takes a lot of effort to do all these episodes, and I appreciate the folks that watch. So next time we're gonna do the battle arena and try and do all that. So that'll be fun. Yay! And if I don't grind out my characters all the way by that time that like next episode is supposed to come out, we may be looking at another game for a little bit. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye!